You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in. There's no sound. Appreciate all the people. Everybody who told me it's no sound. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Yo, let me know if y'all can hear me now, man. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I don't even see the microphone going on my screen. I saw it before. That's why I thought y'all could hear me. Can y'all hear me now? We good now? All right, man. I appreciate that. Because see, I don't even see the audio going up and back on my screen. I saw it before. That's why I thought the audio was good. Now I see it. All right, man. Yeah. So I was saying, my bad, you guys. Sorry for the pause, man. I don't know what was going on with the mic. Uh, I was saying, man, sad situation, man. It's been 27 days, man, and the mother and father just got on the stage and they don't even know what's going on. The parents just came out, and the parents on the stage with Ben Crump, they still don't have answers, man. The parents and Ben Crump have came out and said today that they're not accusing someone, they're not falsely accusing someone, they're not accusing anybody of anything. They want answers, they want the truth. And they're saying that the way they're talking is that people are afraid to tell them the truth. And I agree with their statements because it was so many people out there that day. You're going to tell me nobody saw nothing? And this is why I told y'all yesterday when the Tatum dude came out with that video that he was, you know what I'm saying, that showed me in a way because it said these are his friends. Well, those are your friends. How can someone tell Tatum that there was a name of somebody who allegedly, you know, gave something to Nolan, but those people didn't give the parents of, they're his friends, allegedly, but they didn't give those names to the parents of Nolan Wells. They gave him to Tatum, somebody they don't even know. So you'll give him to Tatum, but you ain't giving to the parents, and we don't even know if you gave him to the police as of this point because the police ain't said nothing yet. Now, they did have their investigator come out today and say that he, you know what I'm saying, has some information that they've been coordinated with somebody else, you know what I'm saying, and Ben Crump addressed the audio that everybody been on the internet talking about. Ben Crump says they have the original audio that they have their own professionals inspecting. So Ben Crump has not come out and said, hey, man, we got an audio where they were saying this and saying that. That's not what Ben Crump said. Ben Crump said that they have people who are inspecting that audio. Right? So I'm pretty sure the people Ben Crump got inspecting the audio is a forensic specialist, like I told y'all. So I told y'all he was going to address the audio today that everybody was talking about. That audio everybody was talking about, Ben Crump addressed that today. Matter of fact, I want to play some of the things that he addressed. I want to play this. All right. Let me play this for you guys. I want to play some of the things he addressed today. To me, that's very important. Right? Very important that we address some of the things that he put out here today. You know what I mean? Because they said
some of the evidence we have, although we're having to still discuss her giving us back evidence, and that's something that we will see. The phones, not just our clients' phones, but the other phones that are involved in this situation, we are trying to coordinate and have come to a tentative agreement with the district attorney.
Nah, hold on. So the person who said she didn't respond, no. You're not listening. I wouldn't respond either. Because why would the F would you go to Officer Tatum first? Why would you take that information to Officer Tatum but not go to the family or go to the cops? Make it make sense. So you saying, think about this. That's supposed to be your good friend, right? If your good friend didn't come back home the next day, why not take his phone and the keys to his parents? I'm just asking a question. If that's your good friend, why not take his phone and his keys to his parents and say, hey, man, he didn't come back last night. We don't know what's going on, but it was somebody over there, and especially when you heard that he passed away. The first thing they should do, write to the parents. But why would the parents want to listen to anything if they had to come get the phone and the keys from you? If that's my friend and his phone and his keys are at my crib and he didn't come back the next day, I would have looked suspicious. I would have felt suspicious because what young dude's gonna leave without his phone and his keys overnight with a chick he just met? I ain't leaving my phone. Phone and my keys. And then I'm just saying. So that's why I've always said I felt like it's foul play, but what I won't do is I won't come on here and accuse somebody of murder if I don't have evidence until I have evidence. Because that's vastly irresponsible. The same way it's irresponsible to demonize Nolan Wells' parents, to call his mama money hungry and laughing all the way to the bank, to say that his daddy ain't his biological daddy. All this shit people been saying. And if you guys have heard me on this channel, I've called it right down the middle the whole time because I think it's absolutely disgusting on all spectrums that you just can't have mature adults. And listen, I mean, who we talking about? Pablo Escobar here? Are these people? Are you that? Are people that afraid? If that's your friend, on behalf of his mama and his daddy, to go tell them what you know, if you know anything, but you'll go tell Tatum, somebody you don't know, and you didn't even tell the cops because Tatum said he was gonna get a name to the cops. Why wouldn't you go right to the police? Did you go to the police? Right? They got a whole hotline. You could have went right to their mama off the bat. Off the bat, I don't give a fuck about no basketball. I don't care about that shit. Leave that shit off my channel right now, man. I don't care about no basketball shit. This is more important. So as I was saying to you guys, and I'm gonna say it again, man. Right? So again, if that's your friend, like wouldn't the parents be the first ones that knew that if somebody gave him something? But you'll tell Tatum that. Tatum is getting all these videos and photos. Why the parents ain't get all that shit from the jump? Think about this, y'all. Now I know some stuff the parents wouldn't have because other people might not know the parents. So off the rip, they might not have gave it to them. But at this point, nigga, we 27 days in, bro. We 20 some days in. And to hear them sit up there and basically, the mom is up there begging for answers, bro. They ain't got nowhere in this investigation on the independent side. So there has to be a timeline of events. And here's the thing, right? The reason why Ben Crump's team is not going to have that much info, you guys, is because the police department is going to have all the pertinent information, meaning video footage and everything like that. They probably went and snatched up all that footage. So, like, for example, all the local footage and stuff from the cameras from local businesses, homes, and things like that. Once the police get that, the private investigators for Nolan Wells ain't going to have access to that. That's why they want to know the information the police got. Right? So they can cross-reference whatever the police got to what they have and share intelligence, right? But the police might say, hey, we don't want to give it to y'all because y'all might say something. Bro, listen, the parents are trying to find out what happened to the son. They're not even out here trying to put a murder case on nobody. They're saying, look, tell us what happened. If you know what happened, tell us what happened. If it was a murder, we'll deal with it as that. If it wasn't, we'll deal with it as that. But don't not tell us nothing. But then y'all can go pull up to Tatum and tell Tatum, think about this. They can go pull up to a full stranger, Officer Tatum, but you can't go tell the parents from the jump. If I got a friend, we went to the water. We came back the next day. I got this nigga phone and this nigga keys in my house. And the parents got to come over there to get his shit. The next day now, I wouldn't have called the parents to say, hey, is no one over there? I got his keys and his phone over here. Then when they get over there, it's a struggle to get them keys, according to the parents. Come on, man. But then Tatum, he go down there and they tell Tatum everything. Or did they? Tatum getting pictures. videos. He getting certain intel, right? How is that? If that's your friend, if that's your real friend, think about what I just said to y'all. I'm just saying you got to move a certain way. If that's your real friends move a certain way, right? And so the parents, again, man, they deserve 1,000% justice, man. I believe wholeheartedly the parents they deserve full, complete justice, man. And to hear that press conference today that they really haven't made no advancements. You know what I mean? Bro, that's some bull job, man. That's some bull job, bro. So it really is gonna come down again. The toxicology is gonna tell a whole lot now. Because the toxicology is gonna tell us, did other things have any kind of factor in it, like what Tatum is talking about? Because now that changes the whole situation. Toxicology comes back. If there's anything foul in the toxicology, now that turns it out to be a different type of investigation. Because now you got to figure out, well, how did this happen? That's why the toxicology taking so long to come back. It can take up to 2 months. Is agonizing. Agonizing. Because once you go to the toxicology, that can kind of lead you down a certain path, which would open up other questions, right? But Ben Crump, he spoke about the audio today. He did. Ben Crump did not duck that audio. And Ben Crump came out, and that's why I like Ben Crump. I told y'all this from the very beginning on my channel. I like Ben Crump. I think people talk shit about Ben Crump, said he shouldn't have been on the case. He ain't this, he ain't that. And I like Ben Crump. Ben Crump has done an excellent job from what he's supposed to. He has put enough attention on this to where the feds in the U.S. Department of Justice and a grand jury is supposed to come in here and be able to take over this and check this evidence out, man. So I feel like he's done a great job. Uh, and I want to play some of what was said by him about that. I want to play what he said about that, right? Because what he said about that, right? What he said about that is something that is and I want to say this right here. Hold on. I want to get into what he said about Nolan Wells, right? Because what he said was, okay, he talked about the audio right here, you guys. Now let's hear what he said about the audio, you guys. This is very important. Mother, Tamika, who has been fighting as only a mother would fight, with not many people in the world listening. But we're listening today, Tamika. You are not alone, Tamika. You got Nolan's mother and father, Christine and Elmore Wadley, who are standing with you as well. Tamika, your daughter is here. You are not alone. Y'all, please let her know she is not alone. Justice for Daniel Irvin. Attorney Harry Daniels, we also have the family of Tyler Smith, Lexington, Kentucky. You're going to hear from all these families. You're going to hear from Tyler's mother and especially his grandmother. And until the lawyers get there, till the community advocates get there, a lot of times these families are just by themselves, President Mariel. And thank God for this mother and this praying grandmother who refused to let them sweep the death of her grandbaby under the rug. And so I will say briefly about each of these tragedies. Obviously, many of you know about Nolan Wells. And you'll hear from his mother and father after brief remarks by Attorney Hertz and Attorney Park. But we all know July 4th, Nolan Wells goes with friends, celebrating 4th of July. All the friends come back. Nolan Wells tragically washes up on the shore 2 days later, dead.
And so we know all the current events that have been happening. We are announcing that we have the audio.
Now let's get to that. Because everybody was running with the audio, the enhanced audio, and people were saying, oh man, this proves it right here. I told y'all that shit ain't admissible in no court. It's bullshit. But he spoke on the audio right here. And this is what he said he's doing about the audio. He didn't even talk about that audio from that girl. Because I told y'all it doesn't matter. But y'all don't want to listen to me when I tell y'all stuff. Y'all come in here and get mad talking about, hey, Ticket Man, what you? No, nigga, I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Now let's get into it right here.
And so we know all the current events that have been happening. We are announcing that we have the audio from the officials, and we have retained and are consulting.
Now see, he says we have the audio from the officials. So Ben Crump is saying they have the raw audio from the officials. Ben Crump did not say anything about, hey man, we got in the audio where they say, hey man, he's dead and all this other stuff. He didn't say that, which is what I told y'all. He wasn't using that audio. But niggas came on YouTube and got mad at me when I told niggas the truth. They're going to have their own forensic experts. These are the only people that can analyze audio, which is what I told y'all why that girl going to get sued next who put out that audio. But y'all won't listen to me. Y'all get mad at me when I come here and tell y'all the truth. When I come here and tell the truth, motherfuckers get mad, twist my words, and lie on me on YouTube. Play that again, and let's let it play through. Because I want everybody to get this clear. How these niggas been on YouTube lying, talking about that audio, and I told y'all that girl audio don't mean nothing.
Announcing that we have the audio from the officials, and we have retained and are consulting with some of the foremost audio engineering experts to review those audio tapes from the CETO call in its entirety.
In its entirety. Period. Here we go right here. Why he didn't say nothing about the audio all y'all talking about on the internet? To the person who says do a video on Tatum, I did it to him the other day. I did it on him yesterday. What are you talking about? You said do a video on Tatum. See, y'all don't even watch this channel. You don't even watch this channel, man. Do a video on Tatum. You don't even watch this channel. We did one yesterday. What are you talking about? We just did a video on Tatum yesterday. Mr. Jesse Pinkman. The hell is wrong with you, bro? Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, well, shut up then. If you didn't see it, don't come in here and tell us what we need to do if you didn't even see that we've already done that. What the hell is wrong with you people? This is what they do to y'all on YouTube, y'all. So they don't see the content when you do it, and then they come in and say, do a video on him. I had a clown come in here this morning, and a different video I did on the Celeste Rivas situation. And I said that the parents should be charged for letting her fly to the UK and other places with a grown man. You know what these people came in here and said? Dude came in there and said, nigga, you ain't keep that same energy for R. Kelly. I said, nigga, yes, I did. You didn't listen to the videos. I sent him the video, I sent him the minute time, and he shut his mouth. I didn't see it. Then shut up. If you're not watching all the content I put out, don't say nothing. Just because you didn't see it don't mean we didn't cover it. Period. Period. All right? Right? Listen to what I said. And that's Ben Crump clapping. That's them clapping at the press conference, man. That's not me. The tape I played, that's them clapping. So what the hell is you talking about? What are you talking about? Do you even know what you're saying? Right? Right? Do you even know what you're saying? I'm just asking the question. Right? Right? I'm asking the question. Now they don't know what they saying, y'all. They just talking. Right? They just talking. Right? Right? Peep game now, y'all. So Ben Crump, he addressed that audio. He damn sure addressed that audio. Like I told y'all he would. He didn't say nothing about that girl's audio. You know why? Because like I told y'all, that girl audio don't mean shit. She is not a professional. She is not a forensic expert. So what she did, she ran herself into a lawsuit. Watch. Play it again.
To review those with some of the foremost audio engineering officials. We know all the current events that have been happening.
Right? So he's addressing all y'all that's running around. Ben, they got an audio. They got an audio. Man, them niggas they ain't treating that audio shit. I told y'all this. This is why they're saying we want answers. That audio don't mean nothing that girl did because it does not have the same digital footprint. But when I told people this, they got mad at me. Ben Crump is telling y'all, man, I heard it, y'all. Man, come on, man. We got our own people investigating it. If he would have had anything, he would have sat right there and said, bro, we got this audio. This girl don't put the audio out and blown this case open. Nope. He talked about the audio to let y'all know I've been getting y'all millions of messages about this capping ass audio y'all been talking about. It's not the original audio. He even told you they got the original full raw audio from the CETO. I told y'all that. But y'all don't want to listen to me. Let me play it. Let me play it.
We are announcing that we have the audio from the officials, and we have retained and are consulting with some of the foremost audio engineering experts to review those audio tapes from the CETO call in its entirety.
Right. Now, let's see in a week, 2 weeks from now, when he come back with the next report, if they say the same thing that girl said. Ben Crump got the top experts on it. How much y'all want to bet? Let's see. All the niggas gonna get quiet then. You know what they gonna do? They gonna move the goalposts.
We also, and Attorney Hertz may go into greater detail on these matters, have consulted President Mariel with oceanic engineering experts to talk about how these facts are lining up. The fact that they say Nolan's body was found in the same location where they say they left him at. And so we want to know, how is that possible with the oceanic tides? Yeah. We want the experts. I mean, you got low tides and high tides. It's not adding up. So we are going to dot every.
I tried to tell y'all this. You said Janetta Brantley is the official. No, she's not the official. The audio she put out had a different digital footprint. I told y'all this. This is why Ben Crump didn't even acknowledge that shit. I told y'all this. If that audio that girl had meant something, he'd have been the first one out here today talking about, hey man, that audio, it proves that this is a murder. He came out today. What did he say, y'all? Man, we ain't even saying it's a murder. But we want to know the truth. Meanwhile, you got people on YouTube who don't know the law, who about to get sued, that's running around here calling this a murder without no evidence of either way. Oh, that's why I told y'all, wait on Ben Crump. What else did Ben Crump say? He got his own, they got professional experts to review the full raw audio from the CTO. When I tell people this on the internet, they get mad at me like I'm trying to hate. No, nigga, I'm telling you the truth. I only live in truth. I don't care about none of that other shit y'all talk about. I only live and care in truth. Hell no, she ain't the expert. That girl ain't no fucking expert. Hell no. He said they got their own experts working on it. She don't work for them. Lord have mercy. You said you thought that she was an expert. Hell no, she finna get sued. She finna get sued. I've been telling y'all this. Y'all don't want to listen to me. I give y'all factual information, and y'all niggas get mad at me. I'll play it again for you.
And Attorney Hertz may go into greater detail on these matters, have consulted President Mariel with oceanic engineering experts to talk about how these facts are lining up. The fact that they say Nolan's body was found.
Now, you hear all the stuff he's saying? Now, let's go back to the audio.
Tragically washes up on the shore 2 days later, dead. And so we know all the current events that have been happening. We are announcing that we have the audio from the officials, and we have
from the officials, not from that lying capping ass girl. The officials. You're not listening. If that girl's audio meant anything, Ben Crump would have sat up there, and once again, he would have said, hey, man, that audio, man, nope. I told y'all, they're not even using that audio. That girl audio had a whole different digital footprint. So as I said, and I know I'm going to be right about this. Somebody say, you dumb as fuck. No, I'm very smart. You might want to get on my side. I'm very smart. I don't come out here and just put murder on anybody, black or white, without no evidence. Can't do that. Sorry. Even Ben Crump is saying they don't know what happened. Ben Crump came out today. They said they're looking for answers. Everybody on YouTube act like they got the case solved. How do Ben Crump got $1 million investigators that's in the field on this and they ain't got no answers? The hell is wrong with you? But a nigga on YouTube gonna solve the case? Fuck out of here with that bullshit. None of that shit they putting out is admissible in a court of law, and they gonna get sued. I told y'all this. Y'all don't want to listen to me? So when he come back, when Ben Crump come back, and he say they want nothing found in that audio that girl found, what y'all gonna say then? I told y'all this. The forensic expert already analyzed, the forensic expert already analyzed that full audio and said it was capped. And the audio she put out had a different digital footprint. But these niggas don't want to listen to me when I tell the truth. They think I'm just hating. No, I'm telling the truth. So y'all niggas can get the truth. Because I want to know the truth of what happened. If he was murdered by a white boy, I'm cooking. Period. And to the person who says, you don't know everything, that's the point, asshole. Like, I don't know everything. That's the reason why I said I'm not out here acting like Socrates. The hell is wrong with you? Open third eye, close it. That's the point. Y'all see the comprehension is lacking in our world? You don't know everything. Duh. Duh. You should look how many cases YouTube and TikTok has solved. They ain't solved a damn case. How many of them people was in the courthouse? How many of them people got down there and got on the stand? How many of them people went down there and did investigative forensic investigations? None of them. Them niggas is talking on YouTube based off of information that they got from the news. Cut it out. The fuck you gonna tell me a YouTuber gonna solve some shit and the goddamn police is the ones and the detectives are the ones out there in the field? What the hell is wrong with these people? She's gonna come on YouTube and tell me you don't know everything. Duh, that's what I've been saying. That's why I said, let's wait till Ben Crump's investigators come out with all of their evidence and findings. And then we compare that to what the state comes out with. That way we have a more educated answer along with the toxicology than niggas just coming online guessing. But since you don't comprehend English, it's insane that this happens on YouTube. Insane. None of this shit y'all hearing from these YouTubers, they talking about in these press conferences. None of it. They ain't talking about that girl. Phone call, they ain't talking about none of that. The audio she checked, they ain't talking about none of that shit. I told y'all this. Y'all don't want to listen. Ben Crump and them literally came out today, 27 days later, and said, man, we need to get answers. What? But everybody on YouTube act like they got the answers. Don't you think if they had the answers, Ben Crump would have been found out what happened? If what they said was credible? You don't think Ben Crump and them been checking out everything these YouTubers been saying and people on social media? Just use your brain just 1 second. If everybody on YouTube and social media had been solving this case and they figured this whole shit out, think about this, y'all. Don't y'all think Ben Crump and them would have used that information already and solved this case? Peep game now. If all that information, so yes, they are cross-referencing it. You know why? Because these people are calling Ben Crump with all that information. They're getting over 100 phone calls a day with all that information, and they still ain't got shit. They just told y'all this today. Let me play it again. I try to tell y'all this shit, man. And then when these people getting sued for slander, y'all wonder why. This is why Ben Crump, who is a real attorney, is not saying the shit that these people are saying on the internet. Let's keep going.
We know all the current events that have been happening.
He said, we know all the current events. All that shit y'all been saying, we know. Right? And then he still says, bro, we don't know what happened, man. We're investigating. Look at this.
We are announcing that we have the audio from the officials.
From the officials, not that girl. Not the girl. I told y'all this the other day. When I told y'all the other day that Ben Crump, see, I'm going to show y'all my evidence right here. You can get mad and leave. I don't give a fuck. Write it down. Take a picture. I showed y'all this the last week, and y'all didn't listen to me. Ben Crump's legal team has completely distanced themselves from these specific viral audio enhancements. He is not acknowledging them as real evidence. Instead, Crump and the FBI are focusing entirely on official raw data. What did Ben Crump tell y'all today? What did he tell you about today? Excuse me, somebody says, if I can drag the case by the hour and get paid. What do you mean drag the case by the hour and get paid? Ben Crump is doing this for free. What are you talking about? Ben Crump is doing this for free. What the hell are you talking about, sir? In the state, they're not getting paid to do this from the what you call it family. Sit down and shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about. The state definitely ain't getting paid. The FBI ain't getting paid by the Wells family. So their timeline, it don't matter. Their timeline, it don't matter. My source is not Instagram. My source is Ben Crump, asshole like. That's not Instagram. That has 3 different sources on it. But the Instagram one is not the one that is, you idiot. because I cropped this one little part out. It comes right from Ben Crump's mouth. Let me play it again, fool.
Tragically washes up on the shore 2 days later, dead. And so we know all the current events that have been happening. We are announcing that we have the audio from the officials, and we have retained and are consulting with some of the foremost.
Right. We have the audio from the officials. Listen to what he's going to tell y'all. We have the official, unedited, raw CTO audio. This is what I've been telling you, fool. But you don't want to listen to me. You want to be stuck in ignorance. Let's keep going.
Audio engineering experts to review those audio tapes from the CTO call.
From the CTO call. Not from that girl. The CTO call. Once again, I'm telling you this right now. You said having your name called in the media. What do you mean having your name? The FBI don't get no extra pay for this from Ben Crump and them? What are you talking about? Excuse me, man. The investigation is not on Ben Crump's timeline. The investigation is on the timeline of the FBI and the local state police department. Do you have any common sense, man? Ben Crump and his investigators do not control the FBI or the state's investigation. This is the reason why they told y'all that they're still waiting on the state to try to share evidence with them. They don't even know what the state got. They just told you that today. Excuse me, you're not listening to what I just said. Something is wrong with your brains and how you function. Ben Crump is not even acknowledging her audio. Period. Ben Crump just told y'all, I have the official full audio from the Sea-Tow Boat Company. Period. He not even talking about that girl. She's not relevant to this case. What the hell is wrong with people? This is what I'm telling you. I swear, bro, on the internet, man, it's a dangerous place, bro. Let's play it again for mind comprehension, y'all.
Announcing that
because these niggas think because a girl come talk soft, she know what she talking about. Yeah, you know, I just wanted to do this. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. You ain't no forensic expert. Okay, get your ass out of here. The hell is wrong with you? I'm just giving y'all my interpretation. These people are crazy as hell, man. He said they've hired. He didn't say they will hire. He said they've hired. And I'm telling y'all this. When he come back and say, well, y'all, the tape, it wasn't what, you know what I'm saying, the girl put out, she was maybe trying to help. What are y'all gonna say then? That's why I'm telling you this. I'm giving you the words from his mouth. He not even talking about her audio. He not even reacting to her audio. I told y'all this the other day. They're not even considering that audio she got as evidence. They are only using the official raw data. He just told you they got it from the CTO. Let's play it again.
we have the audio from the officials.
Officials. Not that girl. Not some YouTuber. Capping ass. From the officials. That's why it's so important that reading, hearing, and listening is fundamental. Let's keep going, y'all.
And we have retained and are consulting with some of the foremost audio engineering experts to review those audio tapes from the CTO.
From the CTO. Like I told y'all, the official audio tapes. The CTO. Period. Let's keep going.
Call in its entirety.
In its entirety, like I told y'all, the full raw data. This is why I told y'all this. Y'all niggas want to come get mad at me. I tell you the truth. Nigga act like I'm not telling you the truth. I'm telling you exactly what they saying. Didn't I tell you he was going to address the audio today? Hold on. Didn't I tell y'all yesterday Ben Crump was going to address the audio today? Why y'all think I knew that? You think I'm just some idiot sitting around here don't know what the fuck I'm talking about? I told y'all yesterday in the video. Go listen to the video yesterday. I said Ben Crump was going to address that. To the dude who said I'm buck this, get the fuck out of my channel, nigga. You can never tell me that, nigga. As much work as I put in on the community, the nigga, sit your bitch ass down and shut the fuck up, nigga. I can show you on YouTube better than I can tell you, nigga. But this is the thing, I don't pat myself on the back, nigga. Because you can't compare what I've done to yourself. Ever in life.
We also, and Attorney Hertz may go into greater detail on these matters,
You're not listening. You said call out YouTubers. You're not listening. That's my point, man. What the hell is wrong with you? Hold on. Carlton, what in the blue hell is wrong with you? I said that he is not using the YouTuber's information as legitimate case evidence. How do you know? All of the shit that they've said on YouTube, Ben Crump they haven't used none of that shit has mattered. He came out today. I want you to use your brains because it's fundamental that you use your brains. He came out today with all the investigators and said they need answers. All these fucking YouTubers acting like they got the case solved. But the man who's actually working the case telling y'all they ain't really got nothing. You don't think, and he said we've seen all of this shit. You don't think they've had their teams to go? Listen, you're not listening, sir. Bro, I swear to God, something wrong with these people, man. I swear to God, something wrong with these people, bro. Something is, I'm telling y'all, it's something wrong in our community, bro. And I'm just being honest with you, bro. This is why I like Ben Crump. Ben Crump is not a fool. He's not an idiot. He's not going to say dumb shit. Like people on the internet say, get himself sued. He's only going to bring out the facts. All this shit that people put on the internet have been ideas, and that's going to get them ass sued. You've had people reacting off of unverified information. Period. What the hell is wrong with you? If you got people on the internet reacting off unverified rumors, how good is that information to anybody? Use your brains now. Use your brains now. Use your brains now. I want y'all to really think about what I'm saying. All the YouTubers that have been investigating this case, coming on the internet every day, telling y'all they got the case solved. Don't y'all think if they had this case solved, that Ben Crump and them team, man, they would have been all over this shit. I mean, bro, if a motherfucker on YouTube would have already had all the information they didn't have, we wouldn't even be wasting no time. Throughout all of the shit people have said on the internet, Ben Crump and them came out today and told y'all they need answers. They don't have answers. Think about that. Everybody on YouTube telling y'all they got the answers. Ben Crump is not telling you, yeah, so-and-so did it. Ben Crump came out today and said, we're not accusing anyone of murder. But these niggas on YouTube out here accusing people of stone cold murder. Make it make sense. Ben Crump said it with his own words today. Did everybody in this comment section hear Ben Crump come out here and say today, I'm not accusing anybody of murder? He says, we just want the truth. And if the truth acquits you or convicts you, that's on you. But we just want the truth. He has not come out here and told all of these tales that people have told on the internet. Think about something. Think about what I just said. This is why I try to tell y'all, man, the mentality and the mindset is on zero, bro. It really is, bro. People think because you can come out here and say something and slander a person without no legitimate evidence. This is the reason why they called the FBI on these motherfuckers. And I ain't even show y'all this. I didn't even show y'all this yet. They've contacted the FBI and they're coming after YouTube content creators to take their channels through legal filings. What am I talking about? The lawyer for Bart Edmiston, what he is doing is he is sending, and this is the reason why he said he don't care if you ain't got no money or not. He coming after your channel. And the way he's doing it is he is sending all of these notices, legal notices, to all of these content creators, right? To immediately retract your statements or bring your evidence, preserve your evidence, and bring it to court. Because what he's going to do is get an immediate injunction in court. And what he's going to do with that, because he's invoked the FBI, is take that to YouTube. And all these people that have made all those videos, he's going to get their channel shut down. You don't have to believe me. Read the paperwork yourself. When I try to tell people the truth and warn you, y'all talk about, oh, you hate nigga. I'm telling you the fucking truth. I don't want to hear no niggas crying when the white boy come over here and get all y'all shit. I don't want to hear it because I try to tell y'all this, but y'all niggas don't want to listen. When somebody tell you the truth, y'all niggas don't want to listen. How they are angling to shut down the channels by explicitly, excuse me. Let's read this again, y'all. Look at your screen. By explicitly framing the behavior as federal cyber stalking and involving the FBI, the lawyer, that's the lawyer for Bart, is building a case to force the tech platforms, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, to take down those specific channels. Here is how that strategy works. He's going to trigger the terms of service bans. Social media platforms rarely delete channels over simple defamation claims because they do not want to act as a judge of the truth. However, cyber stalking, criminal harassment, and targeted bullying are severe violations of the terms of service for YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. He using the FBI as leverage. Like I told y'all this, but y'all niggas don't want to listen to me. Presenting a platform's legal department with a formal cease and desist letter that outlines a pending or active FBI criminal report forces the platform to take the matter seriously. Platforms will often proactively ban or suspend a creator's channel to protect themselves from being associated with an active federal criminal investigation. These niggas get mad at me because I'm trying to help tell the truth. How do I know? It's right here in the paperwork. Yesterday, in the first legal paperwork he sent that girl. Let me blow this up and put it on your screen. Because I think people, I truly think people don't understand the law. So let me help you. Let me blow this up right here. I want to blow this part up because, again, this is very important. A mind is a terrible, terrible thing to waste, you guys. It's a terrible thing to waste. And I mean that. I truly mean what I'm saying to y'all, right? And I wish I was on my computer because if I was on my computer, I would just put this shit on the screen. Bigger just off my computer. But since I got it, I'm just going to blow this part up right here. Now, this is the official paperwork. Now, they're going to be serving all these content creators. Watch what I tell y'all this. That's why I said this. And because Bart is a private citizen, legal threshold is very low to win a lawsuit against these people. It's very low. They don't know that. They think because they use allegedly and because they use this is my opinion that's going to save them. No, it's not. In the court of law, they don't recognize that. That little warning you put on your screen before you did, they don't recognize that. That warning you put in your comment and your description box, they don't recognize that. I be trying to tell people this, but for some reason in this on YouTube and in this world, people have a hard time listening. Now let's get to this. Read right here. I ain't talking about Trump. We ain't talking about Crump. Crump is not we're not talking about Crump. They're talking about content creators because Crump did not slander Bart. See, this is where your mind is not right, Nike Max. He's not talking about Bart. Because Crump did not come out and say that Bart murdered him. Crump is very smart. Crump came out and said, we're not even saying this is a murder. We're saying we want to know the truth and we want justice for Nolan Wells. Read the paperwork. This is why I tell y'all, these niggas don't read paperwork, bro. This is the paperwork right here from yesterday. They served the first content creator yesterday and they're going to be serving multiple more this week. The only reason why they served her first is because she started talking shit after she found out that they were going to file a lawsuit and she thought they was bullshitting and they instantly sent her the paperwork. Read it right here. This correspondence serves as a formal demand that you immediately cease your unlawful conduct, preserve all your evidence relating to your publication, meaning all this shit people saying on YouTube, they're saying preserve that evidence because you're going to need it in court. You're going to have to bring your evidence, which already ain't submissible in court because you're doing he said, she said shit on YouTube. But you're going to have to bring that to court. It's going to kill these people that have to pay lawyer fees. And then think about this. When you lose, you got to pay his lawyer fee too. Not only do you have to pay your lawyer fee, you're going to have to pay his lawyer fee. You're going to have to pay that fine, and you're going to get your YouTube channel taken. I'm going to show you why right here. This correspondence serves, and here's the reason why, y'all. Because they have proof he got a credible death threat. Game over. Once that happens, the FBI immediately comes in. This is why the FBI is involved now. And the U.S. Attorney's Office. This is the thing people don't fucking know. This correspondence serves as a formal demand that you immediately see, and this is not censorship. You guys don't understand. The First Amendment does not allow you to come out here and make assertions to somebody as far as murder. Learn the law. Learn the law. You saying, oh, this is my opinion, he's a murderer. You can't say that about a private citizen. Learn the law. It's in your local law. These people don't know the law. They say, oh, this is my opinion. I got it right. No, you don't. When you're talking about a private citizen, you do not. Bart is a private citizen. And you said that on social media airwaves. You're done. Listen to this, y'all. So this correspondence serves as a formal demand that you immediately cease your unlawful conduct, preserve all evidence relating to your publications, retract and correct your false statements, and take immediate steps to mitigate, right? The substantial damages your actions have caused and will continue to cause. Please read this letter carefully. If you are represented by counsel, meaning if you have a lawyer, please have him or her contact me at their earliest convenience. They're going to sue her ass. They're going to sue all these content creators. These motherfuckers ain't going to be able to pay in court. I'm telling you this. And the ones that got money, they're going to get drained. They're fucked. Second paragraph. Nothing contained herein constitutes a complete statement of Mr. Bart Edmonston's factual or legal positions. He expressly reserves all right and remedies available under the Mississippi law and any other applicable jurisdiction. Read the next sentence, y'all. This is where they're going to get killed. I told y'all what they're going to do. We also have submitted or are in the process of submitting information to the FBI, U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Mississippi and the Eastern District of Louisiana, Attorney General's Office in Mississippi and Louisiana, and local law enforcement in Jackson County, Mississippi, and Jefferson Parish, Louisiana, to determine if your conduct violates federal and or state criminal laws that prohibit cyberstalking and harassment. This is why I told y'all they're going this route because all these YouTubers that are doing this shit, they're going federal on them because that boy got a death threat based off people saying that they thought that he committed that murder. That's why it turns into a federal crime where these people can search. So basically, let me break it down to you. And this is why people need to understand the law. They're angling to get all of them people content shut down. So these people that made multiple videos saying that, every video can count as 5 years stacked on each other in federal prison. I'm about to show you right now. If federal prosecutors take up the case, they build a conviction using the creator's own public footprint, proving the intent via profit. Prosecutors will use a YouTuber's analytics, meaning how many views they got, how much money they're making, the type of titles and pictures they're using, and what they're saying in it, right? So they'll use a YouTuber's analytics, video titles, and thumbnails to prove that they intentionally amplified a fake murder narrative to drive clicks, views, and monetization revenue. That's why I told y'all these motherfuckers doing that shit because they getting paid. But they're going to end up losing all that money in their YouTube channels. And some are going to end up in prison because that boy got a death threat. And if that boy gets physically harmed in any way, their years go up. If he gets killed, they can face life in prison. This is the part, y'all, even if they didn't commit the crime, just because they pushed a narrative. Even if they say allegedly or I think, that's the part people don't know the fucking law. Number two, you guys, proven causation of harm. Law enforcement will trace the real world death threats directly back to the creator's uploaded timeline, showing that the creator's videos were the direct catalyst for the physical safety hazards. Number three, severe sentencing. Don't y'all know that these people doing that shit is federal cyber stalking? I don't think people know this. Federal cyber stalking carries a standard minimum sentence of up to 5 years in prison, federal prison, per count. Read the third paragraph, y'all. If a creator uploads multiple videos over several weeks, prosecutors can charge each video as a separate count, stacking the prison time consecutively. Meaning, if you made 10 videos in 2 weeks slandering this person, the feds can come give you 50 years in prison, 5 for each charge. This is the thing YouTubers don't know. Because that boy got a death threat, this goes into a whole different situation, right? Because he got a death threat. It changes the entire dynamics of this entire case, right? See, YouTubers who deliberately push a fake narrative accusing someone of murder can absolutely federally be charged and convicted. When a content creator knowingly manufactures or distributes false criminal accusations that ignite mass harassment, they cross the line from protected free speech into prosecutable federal offense. The legal grounds for federal conviction. While defamation itself is a civil lawsuit, a civil offense, the specific action used by creators to spread a fake murder narrative trigger federal criminal statutes. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all this. These people are fucking idiots on the internet. I try to tell y'all this. It's right here in the paperwork. This dude is setting this up. The lawyer, he's setting it up on the content creator. They're all going to get their channel shut down. I'm telling you this. All of these content creators that came on and said, yeah, I think he did it. Yeah, I think he murdered that person. They're done. Don't y'all know this man has already had a team of lawyers across the state, United States of America, that he has working with him and private investigators to get all of these people's information. They've already screenshotted them. Matter of fact, I found out they've been working on this for the last week. Everybody thought this happened yesterday. Nope. They've been working on this shit for the last week. They've been screening all these content creators, getting their personal information. How do I know? It's right here in the fucking paperwork. They got this girl's real name. I told y'all this. Y'all think I'm joking? Y'all think I'm just come on here saying anything, nigga? This is why I told y'all Nolan Wells' parents, they gonna get a lot of fucking money off all these people. And he's already announced, we don't care if you ain't got no money. You know what that means? If he says we don't care if you ain't got no money, they're gonna take your platform. Because all they're gonna do is go through the federal process, which is what I told y'all they're gonna do. That's why they're invoking the feds, so that all they're gonna do is take that to YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and say, hey, all these content creators, their channels have to go. We have a federal investigation going on. And once they present that paperwork, which that's what they're planning on doing, they're gonna wipe out all these content creators and they're gonna take their monetization and take their YouTube channels. All this because they insinuated that that dude could have murdered based on, that's why I told y'all that girl with that audio, she's fucked. The lawyer was even talking about her. She was one of the first people the lawyer was talking about, and how that audio she put out influenced all these other people to come out and say that that boy murdered that boy. I told y'all this. I keep trying to tell y'all this stuff, man. And that's why I say you have to be able to take that into a court of law. What she did is not admissible in a court of law. It's not real evidence. That's why he told them people, he says, okay, all this shit you saying is true, preserve your evidence. We need to speak with your lawyer too. You think this chick got a lawyer? She better get one. Think about this, y'all. Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B, they're celebrities. Their bar for suing and winning a lawsuit against a YouTuber is extremely high. And guess what? They still won. Tasha K had been ordered to pay Cardi B's lawyer and millions of dollars, like 1.7 some million dollars. And Cardi B is on her ass. She want every dime. Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion's a millionaire and sued a YouTuber, and the YouTuber was begging, saying that she couldn't afford to pay the $70,000 lawyer fee. And not only that, she got a judgment against her. She lost for this same type of shit. Period. That's why I try to tell y'all, man. You got to watch what you. That's why you never heard me talk about Diddy until that video came out. When that video came out, that proved that Diddy is a serial abuser. That's not defamation. He's an abuser, and Diddy's a public figure. Once again, I'm telling you what they're lining up to do. It's right here in the paperwork. When I show y'all this, motherfuckers be acting like I'm just capping or saying some shit. I'm literally telling people the truth, right? Read right here on your screen, y'all. So they trigger the terms of the oh, I read that to y'all. So they cut off the source. The ultimate goal of the strategy that they're using is to completely strip the targeted creators of their audience influence and monetization capabilities by wiping their specific profiles off the internet entirely. I try to tell these motherfuckers don't understand. This dude really did this shit, bro. They really went to the feds. It's in the paperwork. This lawyer, he's the CEO of a media company. He knows how this shit works. Russell Latino. So what Russell said was he don't care if they ain't got no money. Russell's going to tear down their platforms and take their monetization. Once he take their monetization and YouTube strip them of their channel, they're done. Why do y'all think multiple YouTubers got banned off YouTube? Why do y'all think Sneeko can't come back on YouTube? Why do y'all think Fresh and Fit got demonetized? Why do y'all think Tommy Sotomayor is off YouTube? You want me to keep going? And every time he try to start up a new channel, they shut him down again. I'm trying to tell y'all this shit. Y'all don't want to listen when somebody tell y'all the truth. Y'all niggas think everybody just hate. So that's their strategy right there, right? And this is all of what you need to see right here. Internet cyber stalking, 18 USC 22618, to accuse someone of a murder and they don't have any murder charges on them. What do you think that is? You're going to get hit with a Fed charge if these people nobody really pursues it. So, but this is a private citizen whose life been threatened. He is now pursuing it. They're all fucked. They're used to talking all this shit and nobody pursuing it from a private citizen standpoint. So read the last paragraph. If a YouTuber posts a series of videos falsely labeling an individual a murderer, doxes their home address, and or coordinates an audience to attack them, it constitutes a course of conduct intended to cause severe emotional distress or place the person in reasonable fear of death. Because YouTube transmits data across state lines, it falls under federal jurisdiction. This is why I try to tell people, but when people don't want to listen, they don't want to listen, right? 18 USC 875. If a creator uses their platform to transmit threats or directly incites their audience to send death threats to the falsely accused individual, they can be charged with a federal felony as well. Also, the First Amendment, and this is the part y'all need to understand, the last paragraph right here. I keep telling people this. These motherfuckers keep, freedom of speech, nigga. No, nigga, you don't know freedom of speech. You don't know the law. The First Amendment does not protect that. The U.S. Constitution protects opinions and true crime speculation, but it explicitly does not protect defamation. Fraud, meaning accusing someone of murder who hadn't even been, once again, convicted of murder, charged with murder. True threats, or the incitement of imminent lawless action. Saying like, yo, we're going to stand on these niggas. Stuff like that, you're done. Falsely presenting fabricated or manipulated data. That's why I told y'all they're going to sue that girl. That girl got a chance. She's fucked. That girl who put out that audio, he was already talking about her. I guarantee y'all she get a lawsuit within 2 weeks. He was already talking about her on Facebook. How do I know? I was following him. Do you know the first people he was targeting? Her. He was heated with Nancy Grace because Nancy Grace went and reposted that shit on her network. TMZ. Think about what I just said. Falsely presenting fabricated or manipulated data. She manipulated the audio. I told y'all this. But y'all didn't want to listen to what I said. No, all she did was enhance it. That's manipulation. She would have to take the original audio to court, go to court, and display in court how she enhanced that audio when she's not a forensic expert. Then they're blaming her because they're saying her putting out that audio that had a different digital footprint than the original raw file caused all these people to call Bart a murderer. She's cooked. So falsely presenting fabricated or manipulated data as definitive facts, proving someone committed murder is not protected speech. And even if she said, and I'm gonna show y'all this, even if she said, oh, this is my opinion, that doesn't matter. I've told y'all this, it doesn't matter. Here it is right here, because I even asked about that in the law. Her name is Janetta Brantley, TMZ as well, or other audio engineers who use software to isolate background voices on the viral July the 4th CTO distress call. The risk of a successful lawsuit is very specific. Defamation and false accusations. If an audio engineer misrepresents what is said, add fake audio elements, or intentionally accuses the specific individuals of a crime, meaning is he dead, or check his chest, without basis, meaning he hasn't even been convicted or he hasn't even been arrested, they could potentially face a defamation lawsuit from the accused parties. I'm trying to tell y'all this. What's the risk level, right? Of people who even give opinions. So if a person comes on YouTube and they say the style statement of, in my opinion, John's a murderer, their risk level, because this is an independent investigator, is extremely high. The legal reality that they face, this implies that you possess actual, verifiable knowledge that John committed a crime, meaning your evidence would have to be admissible in a court of law. That girl's evidence is not admissible in any court. She's toast. This is why I told y'all Ben Crump don't even acknowledge that shit. He's not an idiot. He'll be setting himself up for prison and to acknowledge her evidence. He will be done because there was a death threat, and so that would go in a part of federal cyber stalking if he was to use that. That's why I told y'all he ain't even taking that as no evidence. Statement style. I think John is sketchy. In my opinion, is he might be capable of murder. That's your opinion, right? Guess what? Your risk level for a lawsuit is high. Guess why? Legal reality. Even without direct accusations, accusing someone of being capable of murder easily crosses into the defamatory territory depending on the context. Right? That's why I tell y'all, these people don't even know the law. They just talking. And then people say, well, I just said it's my opinion. Just saying your opinion does not protect you from defamation lawsuit if the settlement implies a factual accusation of murder. Meaning, yo, it's my opinion he committed that murder. I think he murdered him. Guess what? Courts do not look at labels. They look at the underlying meaning of your words and how a reasonable listener would understand them. See how all these niggas on YouTube ran around when people were saying, I think, allegedly, I believe he's a murderer. And all these people, yeah, man, yeah, in the comments. That metadata from all those comments never erases off YouTube. Those live comments, those comments they never erase. So they can easily prove that you influenced a major group of people based off of an unverified, false, enhanced audio. People that say, you don't have to say allegedly. This is the thing. See, this is why this dude right here doesn't know nothing. He says, all you have to do is say allegedly. Is something wrong with your brain, sir? All you do is say, allegedly does not work in court. In a court of law, allegedly, my opinion, it doesn't work. It doesn't mean shit. Once again, courts do not look at labels. They look at underlying meaning of your words and how a reasonable listener would understand them. The U.S. Supreme Court, sir, it ruled in a landmark case, Milovich versus Lorraine Journal Company, right, that there is no automatic opinion exception for defamation. Verifiable facts, sir. An opinion is only legally protected if it cannot be proven true or false. Meaning, your opinion that he's a murderer cannot be proven true. He hasn't even been convicted of murder. He hasn't even been charged of murder. You're done. Hidden facts. Murder is a verifiable factual event. Like I told you, he would have to be convicted of murder or charged with murder for you to even be able to slide with that type of statement. Period. You cannot say Copyright Act and be safe. You cannot. And I'm going to prove that right now. You don't know the law, man. What the hell is wrong with your brain? What is wrong with your brain? He's a private citizen. What's wrong with your brain, sir? What's wrong with your brain? I got allegedly here for you too, right? Since you want to say allegedly, I got allegedly here for you too. Hold on. Read your screen, sir. I'm going to prove it right now. You said prove. I'm prove it right now. And you can go look up the actual laws, asshole. Like, I'm going to prove it to you right now, you damn fool. A person can absolutely be sued for defamation if they falsely accuse someone of murder, even if they use the word allegedly. Contrary to popular belief, fool, allegedly is not a magical legal shield that completely protects someone from a lawsuit. Boy, why allegedly does not protect you? Yeah. Say you're a damn fool, because I'm showing you right now you're a damn fool. Why allegedly does not protect you? Reputational damage. The law looks, once again, private citizen, this is completely different. The law looks at the overall impression of a statement and what it leaves on the audience. Saying John Doe allegedly murdered someone still implants the idea of guilt in the minds of the public. Defamation per se. Accusing someone of a serious crime like murder falls under the legal category called defamation per se. In these cases, the law automatically assumes the statement caused severe damage to the person's reputation, making it much easier for them to win a lawsuit. The talebearer rule. Legally repeating a defamatory rumor, just repeating it, or a lie, carries the same liability as inventing the lie yourself. Prefacing a rumor with allegedly does not absolve you of responsibility for spreading it. Period. What do you mean? It's plenty of people that have lost their case for saying allegedly. What are you talking about? It's plenty of people that have lost lawsuits. Bro, I just showed you. Tasha K lost a lawsuit. The Milagro girl just lost a lawsuit, and their bearer was way high. The bearer for a public figure was way high, and they won those cases. What the hell are you talking about, son? Let me show you what I'm talking about, boy. Let me show you what I'm talking about, boy. Because something wrong with y'all. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Where'd I put this at? I know I got it up here. Oh, I got it right here, I think. Let me see. I got it right over here. I'm about to show you. I'm about to show you, boy. Hold on. I'm about to show you. Hold on. I got it right over here, dog. I know I got it. Let me see where I put it at. Hold on. Where I put this at? I know I got it right over here. I know I got it. Let me see. Oh, right here. You see that right there on your screen? Right? Read the second paragraph. Because he's a private citizen, anyone who publicly or falsely accused him, right, of being involved in the tragic death of Nolan Wells faces a much higher risk of losing a defamation lawsuit. Why his private citizen shit matters. You said, where did Tasha K say allegedly with Cardi B? Nigga, what is you talking about? Hey, then nigga asked me, where did Tasha K say that? With Cardi B, nigga? What Cardi B? What Cardi B, nigga? You asked me, nigga. I just told you, nigga, what Cardi B? What Cardi B? Right? Right? What Cardi B? You want me to keep eating your ass, dog? Right? And she got her again. She hit her with another one She got her again. She got her again with it for another $60,000 over the non-disparagement agreement. Right? You want to keep playing with me, dog? You don't know the law, brother? See where he said this, y'all? Where Tasha K say allegedly and lost. I'll show you right here, brother. I'll show you right here. And it's hard to for a public a celebrity or a public figure to win a lawsuit is hard. And her and Megan Thee Stallion won, man. But since you asked me where she said allegedly lost, right there, Cardi B wins a $4 million defamation YouTube defamation case. The hell you talking about, sir? Cardi B was a celebrity. Do you know how hard it is for a celebrity to win a lawsuit against a YouTube blogger? And Cardi B won that shit in court. And then turned around and won another $60,000 for some more shit Tasha K said. You gonna come in here and apologize now, sir? You gonna apologize, nigga? Or you want me to show you where Meg Thee Stallion just won a lawsuit against the other YouTuber? And then she claimed she couldn't even pay the money. Because Meg like, nah, she got to pay my lawyer fees. It wasn't even about the money. Meg just wanted to destroy her financially. Think about what I just said to you, sir. See how these niggas be talking and don't even know what they be talking about on the internet, y'all? I be giving them real factual information. They be getting mad at me, bro. I be giving them real factual information and these niggas be getting mad at me. Right? Tasha K be sitting up there saying allegedly for everything and still lost a $4 million lawsuit. And then they come in here telling me, somehow I stand corrected. What you mean? You said, where's the screenshot when she said allegedly? Nigga, watch the goddamn video. That video went viral. It's on YouTube, nigga. What's wrong with you? It's on YouTube. She literally came on there, said allegedly, and then said Cardi B had you know what. Cardi B took her ass to court and proved that it was capped through her doctors and physical. These are facts. What are you talking about? Do you know how hard it is that Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, being public figures, won a lawsuit against a YouTuber? And they won. A private citizen like Bart, man, he finna clean all these niggas out. He finna get paid in full. Because they called him a murderer. He hasn't even been arrested, charged, or anything. She's not balling out. This is the problem you don't understand. Cardi B and her are going to war because Cardi B has accused her of trying to move money. Period. So she's still going through it with legal battles in court right now. Cardi B gonna get that money at the end of the day. Cardi B got too much money to go a long game with her. Cardi B is still gonna get that money. And you think she's balling out, you don't know what her situation is. She gotta do that YouTube channel forever and a day to pay that money to Cardi B. Trust me. I told y'all this. Y'all think it's a game? Stop it. You don't know what you're talking about. Hey, man, gonna sit up here and tell me, where did she say allegedly? Nigga, she say allegedly in every video. And hey, he don't watch Tasha K, man. Tasha K say allegedly in every video, man. What's wrong with these people? Tasha K say allegedly in every video. Straight up. Literally. And still got cooked. This is why I be telling these dudes, they don't understand the law, bro. They just come on YouTube saying anything. When you tell them the law, they think you hate. Oh, nigga, you tapped in. Nigga, shut up. Somebody tell y'all niggas the truth, you can't handle it. Period. Pete, what I just told y'all now. Imagine having to give that much money up every single month. Man, I'd be sick. I'd be sick. But I try to tell y'all this. I try to tell y'all that all that money's going right to Cardi B. It don't matter, Tara Moses. All that bread is going right to Cardi B. So, as I told y'all this, Ben Crump and them set up there today, man, they ain't got no update, bro. They sat right up there with a straight face. They don't got nothing. You said that the Copyright Act. No, the Copyright Act is not slander. You're confusing the two things, my brother. Be one business. You're confusing the two things. You said you're not scared of the truth. No, the truth is not what you. Ben Crump is not saying that they murdered him. Ben Crump sat up there today and said, "Yo, we ain't accusing nobody of murder. The only people that's accusing people of murder is niggas on YouTube. That's it." Ben Crump has not accused anybody of murder. Ben Crump said, "I'm not accusing nobody of murder." He said, "We just want the truth and justice for Nolan Wells." But y'all don't listen to words. You guys are animated off the fact, and I'm saying the same thing. Period. You're not using the same language that he's using. You're literally not, sir. You're not. Ben Crump has not one time accused anybody of murder. Not once. Ben Crump is a civil rights attorney. He's very smart. He's very smart. Ben Crump is very smart. If Ben Crump was to come out and accuse somebody of murder, he'd have a multi-million-dollar lawsuit right now to shut him down. Because Ben Crump knows the law, unlike you. He knows the law, unlike you. Let's play what actually was said, since these people are lying today. Let's play that. I'm not going to kick B1 out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to kick B1 out. He a brother. I'm not kicking him out. You said, I'm not projecting. What are you talking about? Why are you lying, sir? Do you like just getting cooked, man? Is something wrong with y'all ears on YouTube, bro? Do you like getting cooked? The mama and the daddy are not accusing anybody of murder. They're saying they just want answers. They want somebody to talk to them. They want to know what happened. They're not saying, hey, man, you murdered him. They're not even saying this. Let's play what they're saying, y'all. Since it's liars coming on YouTube, putting out fake information.
President Mariel, oceanic engineering experts, to talk about how these facts are lining up. The fact that they say Nolan's body was found in the same location where they say they left him at. And so we want to know, how is that possible with the oceanic tides? Yeah. We want the experts. I mean, you got low tides and high tides. It's not adding up. So we are going to dot every I and cross every T until we find out what happened to Nolan Wells.
Right. What happened? He didn't say, yo, they murdered Nolan Wells. He said, what happened to Nolan Wells? When we find out what happened. So he's not talking like you B1 business. Sit down and shut the hell up. I show you facts and y'all get mad at me for showing you facts. Ben Crump is not doing what these reckless YouTubers are doing, which is talking about a murder when they don't even have a murder weapon. They don't even know if there was a crime scene or where it occurred. They're projecting. That's who's projecting. Me personally, I've said this from the start. I don't have the answers. So I will wait for Ben Crump's independent investigators, because he's done this before, along with to compare that to the investigation of the state. That's exactly what I said. I'm not kicking you out, bro. I'm not no nigga to kick you out, bro. I told you I ain't kick you out, bro. I don't do that shit, bro. I didn't say, yo, I'm kicking you out, B1. Why would I kick you out, dog? We having a conversation, brother.
Attorney Hurst will also go into a little more detail at Attorney Park about how we're trying to coordinate with Dr. Roger Mitchell, who conducted the independent autopsy of Nolan Wells, to be able to inspect his throat that was missing with his body when he was flown to do the autopsy with
Right.
Dr. Mitchell.
Now, people lied and said, oh, his throat is missing. They stole it. That's not what Ben Crump said. Ben Crump said it was missing with his body when he was thrown because they kept it because they were investigating it. But what did people on YouTube tell y'all? Oh, they stole it. They stole it. No, they didn't, nigga. Normally, it ain't two autopsies. Normally, it's one autopsy. So if they need that area because of their investigation, they can't just give that up because of an independent autopsy. Use your brains. It means something to have brains. Let's keep going.
Also, we are hopeful that they will discuss with Dr. Mitchell the photographs and observations made at the time when Nolan was first discovered, because Dr. Mitchell did not get an opportunity until July 10th to be able to examine.
Now, are y'all not hearing this? Are y'all not hearing what he said? So he's not saying, yo, that's missing. He's saying that their examiner has it, which is totally normal, totally legal, because they are having an ongoing investigation. Normally, you would not have two autopsies. Right? Listen to what I'm saying now. To the person who said the suspect hides the suspect. If the state has to do an investigation, it's rare that you have two different autopsies. So basically, the people will use whatever they need to investigate for the first investigation before anybody else can get it for the other investigation. That's normal. Period.
Or not, that would suggest whether he drowned or not.
Right? Would suggest whether he drowned or not. They don't even know the cause of death. But you got people on YouTube saying he was murdered. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all this. Ben Crump is not even saying that. He represents the family. Don't you think if Ben Crump knew that boy was murdered, he'd be the first one to say it? This is why I'm telling y'all, these people are going to lose their networks. They're going to get the fuck suit out of them. And they're toast. They're coming out here accusing people of murder and don't even have any legitimate evidence that can be presented in a court of law to say this. We don't know what happened with Nolan Wells. We're trying to find out. But instead of that, they're running around here saying, oh, yeah, it's a murder. Man, we don't know that. It's suspicious, the circumstances surrounding his death. I don't think that it was just just open and shut drowning. No. We want to know what happened. It was so many people out there that day, it's inexcusable for everybody to act like they don't know what happened. That's the problem, right? But instead of people saying that and questioning why ain't nobody, they're out here putting a murder on somebody.
Remember what Dr. Roger Mitchell said in his autopsy. President Mario, he talked about the fact that to say he drowned does not draw the conclusions of what happened to Nolan Wells. He said it is equally important to know at what condition was Nolan Wells' body when he went into the water. Was he conscious?
You said, do I think he was murdered? I don't know, bro. In my honest opinion, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. It could have been many things, bro. I mean, bro, it could have been, bro. I don't know. Based off what I'm waiting on, is going to tell me a lot about what I think. And what I'm waiting on is the toxicology. That toxicology is going to open up a whole new can of worms. I'm telling everybody this right now today. The toxicology is going to open up a whole new can of worms. That's why Everybody should wait for the toxicology because the toxicology shows you exactly what was in the system. The regular autopsy don't show you that. The toxicology will. And once you know what was in the system, now we have an entirely set of rules we playing by. Because now that changes the whole scope of how you investigate and looking at everything based off that toxicology, right? You have to see what was in his system. That's very important. That's why I said you watch your words online, right? You said, why did the sheriff say there was no foul play? That's a problem I have. That's people lazy, or you never know. Something else. We're going to find out, though. That's why I said Ben Crump is a G. I salute Ben Crump for coming on the case because he blew it all up. He the one that got everybody out here pushing for a real investigation of what happened. It could have been something crazy that happened as far as, I don't even want to say it. Just wait for the toxicology. Toxicology is going to tell us everything. Toxicology should be out in a couple weeks. That toxicology is going to tell us everything we need to know as far as where this investigation should go.
Or was he unconscious? Was he forced into...
Now, you see what he said? Was he conscious or unconscious when he went in the water? All that shit is important. I'm telling y'all this. That's why I said I gotta see the toxicology. The toxicology is gonna tell you the levels of whatever maybe have been in his system. We don't know what's in there, right? Think about what I just said to you.
Water, or did he go unforced into the water? He said all of these things are very important. And so we're dotting I's and crossing T's. We are focused on getting to the truth, and we stand for the truth. Me and everybody on my legal team stand for the truth, no matter who it implicates or who it exonerates.
Right. Who it implicates or exonerates. Meaning, if it's a white guy who did it or is responsible, or if it's a black guy who's responsible, or if nobody's responsible. But people on the internet call it a murder without no real evidence, and now they don't got themselves in legal trouble.
We stand for justice, no matter who it convicts or who it acquits. And we stand for transparency, so everybody can see. And that's all we want. We want answers. We're not casting aspersions on anybody.
Game over. We're not casting aspersions on anybody. That's why I told y'all, these people on YouTube and on TikTok, Instagram, they're insane. They're not even saying what the lawyer's saying. They're not even saying what the lawyer's saying. This is why I try to tell y'all this. This man own lawyer ain't saying that dumb shit they come on the internet and say, oh, I think they, cause see, girl, my weave is coming out here on the side right here. I gotta fix my weave. Cause see, I think it doesn't matter what you think, like The Rock said. Your ass ain't out there doing no investigation. Sit down, sit your ass down and be quiet and wait like the rest of us are. Because we got Ben Crump on the case. Right? Straight up. Right? Right? Once again, to Judge Mathis, Judge Mathis don't know what the hell he's talking about, because when he said that, the toxicology, it gives you a pathway. Here's why the toxicology give you a pathway. Let me give you a perfect example to the nigga in the comment section who said that dumb shit. The toxicology can give you a pathway because let's say somebody passed away from an OD. Let's say they were given a bad batch or something and passed away. Well, the toxicology would tell you that. The toxicology would tell you if they had an enormous or dangerous amount of you know what in their system. How do we know that? I'm going to give you a prime example. The rapper. What's that rapper's name, you guys? Rich Homie Quan? How do you think they found out how Rich Homie Quan died? His true cause of death? Through the toxicology, man. The toxicology shows you what was in his system. No, Judge, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not even involved in the case. He's an outside spectator. He hadn't seen no evidence in the case, nothing. He's an outside spectator. His words can't be taken for him. No. That nigga haven't seen, all he's saying is they was drinking. He don't know what was in anybody's system. Judge Mathis don't know what the fuck he talking about. He need to sit down and shut the fuck up. Just because his name is Judge Mathis on TV don't mean he know what he talking about. He's not involved in the case. He hasn't seen all the evidence. He have not seen the evidence in the case. So how the fuck can he know? That's why I told y'all, I don't know. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all this. Y'all, oh, he judge. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. His name was Judge Johnny Cochran. If he hadn't seen the evidence in the case, he cannot talk to about the case at a certain level. He only give his opinion on what has been presented by certain people in the YouTube atmosphere. And he should know as a judge that that is not the official evidence of the case. So how can he talk about it and the toxicology ain't even come out yet? Think about that. Toxicology ain't even come out yet. I'm not tripping. I'm telling the motherfucking truth. The toxicology, how can he talk about what's in somebody's system and the toxicology ain't came out yet? The toxicology would tell you what levels of what was in somebody's body. What does that do? That helps lead you to, let me give you a perfect example, right? Let's say Tommy Buns was at somebody's house. Let's say Tommy Buns was at somebody's house and Tommy Buns dropped dead at the person's house, right? Right? Dropped dead. How would you know the cause of Tommy Buns' death? Through what? Right? He just dropped dead. Through an autopsy and through what? Toxicology. Why toxicology? Because toxicology would tell you if anything adverse was in his system that could have caused him to die and at what levels it was at. Period. So if Tommy Buns, listen to what I just said to you. If Tommy Buns, no, you're not listening to what I'm saying, sir. Bro, let me tell you this. It could be a judge right now in Idaho. He don't know what the fuck's going on in this case. He hasn't seen the evidence. The case has been sealed from the public, fool. So how the fuck can he talk without seeing the official evidence of the case? You would have to see the evidence of a case to be able to give an educated opinion. This is the reason why I said I don't know. These motherfuckers on YouTube is talking and ain't even seen the official evidence in the case from neither side. They haven't. That's my point. So back to what I was saying about Tommy Buns. So Tommy Buns was in the crib. He drops dead. And nobody knows how he died. How did they find out how he died, y'all? Through his autopsy and his toxicology. Right? They can see, whether it was a heart attack. They can see whether or not he had something in his system that caused him to die through the toxicology. Right? Once again, you cannot review evidence that's been given because evidence has not been given. The full evidence, the case is sealed, man. What the hell is wrong with you? Bro, are you something wrong with your brain, brother? I'm seriously asking you, my brother. I think something's wrong with you, man. Right? I think something wrong with you, brother. Right? 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 I'm asking you a question, bro. I told you this. So you talking about, oh, the evidence I seen. Nigga, you can't see no evidence if it's sealed. What the hell is you talking about, dog? What are you talking about? I'll show you right now, brother. I'll show you right now, brother. See how niggas come on the internet and just say dumb shit? He said he can review. He can't review. He's not on the case. He's not in the state of Mississippi. Bro, what is wrong with your brain, man? Bro, my brother. Let me show you something, brother. Read your screen, brother. Read your screen, brother. Read your screen, brother. Yes, state and local officials have sealed the case evidence and official autopsy results for Nolan Wells. This is why I told you. All these motherfuckers on YouTube are lying. The case evidence has not even been revealed to the public, boy. Sealed status and grand jury review. The decision, Jackson County District Attorney Angel Myers McGleth announced that all official records, including the state's autopsy and toxicology reports, will remain sealed from the public. The reason, under Mississippi state rules, prosecutors and law enforcement are directed to withhold information to protect the integrity of an active investigation. The evidence timeline, the evidence will remain sealed until the complete case file is formally presented to a grand jury, which will ultimately determine whether any criminal charges should be filed. You just say it dumb. You just said, I'm going to say it again. You just said, I just showed you that the evidence in the case has been sealed. The statements don't mean shit to the public. It only means something in the criminal investigation, right? You don't know what's been used in the investigation. Why? Because the files have been sealed. So anybody can say anything in the public. That don't mean that it's pertinent to the case. Why? Because the official case evidence and autopsy results have been sealed from the public. All you're going off is social media rumors and mumbo jumbo. That's it. That's it. There's nothing else to talk about. See how easy it is to ether these guys, man? It's disgusting that you got to ether people like this. A lack of knowledge and understanding destroy my people every day. Period. Period. This case is sealed. The evidence. Right? Call down to Mississippi if you don't believe me. Call down to them. So nobody, no judge can come out here, former judge or anywhere else, and give an opinion when the evidence is sealed. How the fuck he gonna give an educated opinion? Right? Right? You keep saying, okay, the statements are what the judge, bro, you're not listening. He can't, his opinion is only his opinion. It's not based off factual information. It's not. How do we know this? Because the evidence in the case has been sealed. Even Ben Crump's team is not giving you what they know. The guy went up there today for the investigator and said, yo, I got some information, but we're going to share that with the state. And we want them to share their information with us. That's exactly what he said. What's wrong with you, brother? What's wrong with you? Right? What's wrong with you? Think about what I just said to y'all. So you can't give opinions on a case where the evidence hasn't been presented to the public. Now, when the evidence is presented, now everybody can have a real factual based, investigation. But here's the thing: even things people saying in public, we don't know what's true or false. That's why I don't give real strict opinions on all these things and say, hey man, this is no. I told you I don't know what happened, and I'm gonna wait till the evidence comes out. You keep saying who's your people, you're mixing and matching. What the fuck you talking about? Who's my people, nigga? What are you talking about? This ain't about people. This is about education and what knowing what the hell you talking about, son. What the fuck are you talking about, dog? Nobody's mixing and matching. Know your role and shut your damn mouth. You said he can give an educated opinion. He can't give an educated opinion without the facts. Listen, let me say this to you again. You cannot give an educated opinion without no evidence. Even the autopsy says it doesn't show it doesn't prove anything. One way or another. What are you talking about? You said, why did they seal the autopsy report? They have to respect the integrity of the investigation because they have to hand it over to a grand jury. This is the same as every other case. Y'all don't understand y'all situation? You said I gave an opinion before all the information comes out. No. Where did I give an opinion before information came out? Name it. Hey, be one witness. Name it right there. Where did I give my opinion on the case before information came out? Name it. Name it. I want you to name it. I want you to name it. Because in this case right here, this case is a special case. You know why? Because they don't have no answers. Let me give you an example. No, I didn't ask you that. I'm asking you. You said I gave an opinion before information came out. Where did I do it? Where did I do it? I'm telling you that there is nobody that's privy on the outside to the sealed evidence and official autopsy report in this case. Nobody. So how can anybody give an educated opinion when there's none of this evidence has been released? Think about what I just said. Now, I asked you a question. Name me one. No. You said I've done it. Name it to me. I'm waiting on you to name it. Name it. I want you to name it to me, sir. Name it. Name it. Name what hold on. Name what you said I did, though. I want you to name that because I'm going to ether your ass. Name it. You can't name it. Y'all niggas just come on YouTube talking, bro. Once again, Ben Crump is not saying this shit. Right? Ben Crump is not saying none of this shit these niggas on YouTube, what Weaves is saying. Trying to hold them shits in and cover it up. Nah, let that shit hang. Shit hanging off a thread. Like I told y'all, ain't gonna come up here and lie on just to get YouTube checks. It's disgusting. Now, like I said, name it. I'm waiting for it. They're literally saying we don't know what happened. This case is not like other cases I covered, where there's a suspect, there's a cause, somebody's been accused. Nobody's been accused officially in this case. So name it. Name it. I'm waiting.
We are saying that we want to make sure everybody who is remotely involved has their questions answered to make sure we have a full and fair and impartial and transparent investigation. And is that too much to ask for these broken-hearted parents? Is that too much to ask? That's all. If it was your child, wouldn't you want to? Do you want to watch hot movies for free? Try this app. It has unlimited access to everything and is always updated with new content. You don't have to pay or sign up. It's that simple. Download it and see what I'm talking about. Just make sure you're alone and close the door properly. Don't say I didn't warn you.
What the hell is this?
Same thing. And I get it. They're attacking me. They're attacking Reverend Al. They're attacking the parents of Nolan Wells. We don't care about those distractions. We ain't no ways tired.
Yo, fuck. Hey, this shit is crazy. Hey, man. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hey, yeah, man. Hey, you got a gym? You got a gym we can go in? Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second, man. Hold on 1 second. Oh, shit. All right. Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm looking at something. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. Hold on. All right. My bad, you guys. All right.
We are completely focused, completely laser focused on getting to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us, God. And so the threats, the attacks mean nothing to us. We will not be deterred.
And he's talking about the people who've been threatening this people's lives. And it's sad, bro. I heard they was threatening, what you call it? I heard somebody told me that somebody said that they threatened Willie D's life, man. That's bullshit, bro. Like that's not necessary, man. You're threatening Nolan Wells' parents. You're threatening the Bart kids' life. What the hell is wrong with people, bro? Like I don't understand what's going on. Like, where are all these death threats coming from? Why do people have to get their lives threatened when people just want to know the factual information about what happened? I don't understand. I don't stand for no shit like that. That's why I set up here and told y'all on my channel, I don't know. Why? Because I could easily use my channel and push a line to have everybody want to do something crazy, and I don't want that on my hands. Why? Because I don't have the answers. What do I look like getting people all riled up, and I'm not even privy to any of the case files? I'm not. You give me the answers, now we cooking. But once again, they don't even have any suspects for it to be a murder that we know of. Real talk. Real talk. So I don't understand why people are. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all that people should not do this shit on the internet, bro. I knew this was what was going to happen. It's going to get real diabolical around here because it's a very sensitive topic. So when I seen people attacking Nolan Wells' mama and Weevy Wonder over there talking about something, mama laughing all the way to the bank and don't profit it off the kids. Who says some shit like that? Just think. I want you to think about this. This is the stuff they're saying on the internet, bro. You don't even know these people. Same thing I told y'all about Tatum the other day. Tatum come out with a straight face and say, yeah, man, they're all good people. Nigga, you don't know these people. You talked to them for 2 days. You know them now? You came up in the box with them? This is what I'm telling y'all. Y'all even seen today at the press conference, the mama be trying to like smile to stop herself from crying and just breaking down and completely just that's it's a tendency she have. That don't mean she's laughing at her son death. And once again, you could tell the daddy fucked up. The daddy ain't never gonna be the same. That nigga ain't never gonna be the same again. The daddy, you could tell a part of the daddy died with that boy. You can tell. I'm telling y'all this. You can tell a part of that boy's daddy died with him, man. I feel that shit, man. Whenever that daddy got to talk, man, that nigga is broke. That nigga can't even look. He can't even look straight. He broken, man. That shit don't broke him, man. And I feel him, bro. That father ain't never. That nigga is broke. And then that nigga was running around talking about he ain't the biological father. What the hell wrong with these people? He ain't never. I can see it in him. He's never gonna be the same again. Ever. You can tell that's sitting on him. That's gonna weigh on him forever, man. And people running around here on the internet talking about, hey man, that ain't his real daddy. Niggas don't even know these people. That shit crazy to me, man. And that's why I told y'all all the way across the board. That's why I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm starting to think something real dangerous is behind all of this. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. And the reason why I say I think something's real dangerous is behind this, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I think something real dangerous is behind all of this, is because why would let me say this. Why would the boys be afraid to go say something to the parent, but you gonna say something to Tatum? Tatum say they don't told him a name of a dude, and he gonna get that name to the cops. The fuck they ain't tell his parents from the jump. Nigga, is this Pablo Escobar, nigga? Again, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. You know what I'm saying? My prayers is with the family, man, and with all the people that's involved, man. Again, we don't know these people, man. We don't know the dynamics of the relationship that these people have. We don't know any of this stuff, man. But I won't come on here. You said, will I be surprised if nobody is charged? I'm waiting for the toxicology before I answer that question. The toxicology is going to tell me the answer to that question. Because I'm going to say this to you. I'm going to give you this. If anything was in that boy's system outside of alcohol, period, that caused him to lose his life, we got some real questions. We got some real questions. Listen to what I just said. All right. Repeat what I just said. And the reason why I say that is because Tatum said he got a name. And this thing can roll deep. If any of this stuff is true, this thing can roll deep. L Proportion salute. See you in the building. Right? Maybe the cops do have a name and we just don't know. And they'll present it to a grand jury. Right? And in that grand jury, when they come out, and maybe we'll get more of an answer. That's what I think is going to happen. Right? You know what I mean? But I can't say somebody did something. I don't have no evidence of this because maybe none of his friends did that. But maybe they know more than what they're saying as far as maybe a connection or something like that to somebody. Or because I'm gonna tell you what I would be doing, and I'm not even talking about the family. Let me talk about a whole different situation so y'all can catch my drift. If if Jermaine went out with a group of friends and Jermaine passed away and Jermaine's toxicology came back and said that he had some type of drug in his system that caused him to die, right? And one of Jermaine's friends gave a name to a person who possibly supplied him with said, you know what I'm saying, substance. You know the first thing I would be doing if I was the police? Investigating the links to that person to anybody else that was around, right? Now that rabbit hole may get big, right? It may lead you to a whole bigger situation, right? And that may make people afraid to really speak because they may have, you know what I'm saying, certain things that they might not want to be seen to the general public, right? I said to you guys, in this case, I'm gonna wait for that toxicology, right? Once again, you know, he says, then how did they get the body in the water? They said the body was right there at the same place where he was at before. Ben Crump said it today. So I mean, bro, if you're doing something, I'm not gonna say nothing, man, because I don't know. I don't know, man. Right, right. Anything can happen, bro. Like, let me give y'all an example, right? I want to tell everybody something. I thought about something. I want to say this to everybody. Does anybody in this channel know? I thought about this, and I want to tell this to everybody because this case, it confused me, y'all. And I was like, and this has nothing to do with Nolan Wells' case. So I want to make that disclaimer clear. Did anybody hear about the death of Lil Jon's son, the rapper Lil Jon? Let me know in the comment section if y'all heard about that. Let me know in the comment section if y'all heard about that. If you heard about the death of Lil Jon's son, let me know in the comment section if you heard about that. The rapper Lil Jon, right? Let me look something up real quick. I want to put this on the screen for you guys. Right? I think it's very important that I put this on the screen. Right? I want to put this on the screen. All right? I want to show y'all this. And everybody's probably going to think about my video when I say this. But I thought about this, and and this is going to lead y'all down the line of where I'm thinking, right? I want y'all to think about something. Read that right there. Rapper Lil Jon's 27-year-old son, Nathan Smith, right? Known professionally as DJ Young Slade, died, and RIP to young Lil Jon's son. Died from an accidental drowning in the setting of Bleep Bleep Bleep. February 3rd, 2026. Nathan Smith was reported missing after running out of his home in Milton, Georgia. Authorities noted that he left his phone behind and he appeared to be highly disorientated on February the 6th, 3 days later. Following a multi-agent search, a dive team recovered his body from a retention pond in nearby Mayfield Park. February 27, 2026. The Fulton County Medical Examiner's Office officially ruled the death an accident. The autopsy report confirmed that he drowned. Read the next line. And the toxicology test revealed the presence of that P word, the active hallucinogenic compound found in the magic shrooms. Did y'all not hear what I just said? Did y'all not hear what I just said? Right? Did y'all not hear what I just said? Right? So, let me say it again. That's why I want to wait for the autopsy, official, and the toxicology. All right. Right? Now, the question that wasn't asked in the Little John case was who gave it to Lil Jon's son? How did he obtain it? That question is rarely ever asked. The same thing in the case with Rich Homie Quan, the rapper. Nobody asked, how did he obtain it? I saw no investigation into that. Right? But in the death of Little John's son, toxicology, basically, the toxicology, right? I told y'all, provided a reasoning to what happened and how he ended up getting from his home. Remember, he was in his home without his shoes on into water. Now, remember, I'm the first person that told any of y'all this on YouTube. I'm the first person. Y'all really wanted to know why I want to see the toxicology before I make a decision. And I want to see the official evidence. If you want to think about what I'm saying, read what else the report said. Per the report of Lil Jon's son, a blood sample tested positive for bleep, which is described as a pharmacologically active compound of hallucinogenic shrooms. Under the pathologic or pathologic diagnosis, I should say, the report confirms that Lil Jon's son's body was recovered from a retention pond and states that there was water immersion, wrinkling of the hands. Right? And I asked, because I did my research, and I said, well, how did he get, right, to the pond if he was at home? Right? How did he get to the pond? That's what I asked. Right? And I want to show everybody. What I found in the reports. Because he was at home. And I said, if he's at home, it had to be foul play. But this is what I read. Nathan Smith, Lil Jon's son, walked and ran to the pond on foot from his nearby home, according to investigative reports from the Milton Police Department. Proximity, the retention pond in Maryland, or Mayfield Park, was just located just 100 yards away from his residential development near the intersection of Baldwin Drive and Mayfield Road. Disorientation. On the morning of February the 3rd, 2026, Smith was under the influence of bleep. Family members and witnesses reported seeing him leave the house in a highly disoriented state and run out into the neighborhood without his phone. Investigators verified that there was no vehicle or foul play involved. He simply wandered into the nearby park area on foot while hallucinating and accidentally fell into the water. This is the reason why, if everybody wants me to be honest on YouTube, and I can get past all these bullshit claims that I'm trying to save some white boys, which I'm not. I said I wanted to wait for the toxicology and all of the official information to come out. Because I want to know what was in his system, if anything was in his system. Because I never forgot about what happened to Little John's son, R.I.P. to Little John's son. And I always thought about how the hell did he get into that water? But they claim because he hallucinated from what he had taken, it caused him to be disoriented, fall into that water, man. So when Tatum came out and said that he was told a name, somebody that may have given a substance to this young man, instead of just saying, hey, man, he's full of shit about that, I said, let me wait and see what's in the official police report. In the toxicology report. Right? Because if they left him behind with that girl, or he stayed behind because he, I don't want to say that. I want to wait to see. Right? The parents say they just want the truth. Right? And I'm going to tell y'all something before I leave this video, and I agree with the parents. I believe they should get the truth. But I want to say something. People don't know. I played basketball since I was 6 years old, through every level. And people will say, well, why would any athlete do anything? I'm going to say this to you right now. And I'm not talking about Nolan because I don't know him. But I said I wanted to wait for the toxicology. But I'm going to say this to y'all. You would be surprised at how many athletes in my profession and in football did not care about what certain things could do to their body. They ignored those warnings. They didn't care. We were young, bro. So while I stayed away from that, I watched some of my friends, even as I told them not to, but I couldn't control it because they were adults or they were hard-headed youth that were going to do something when I wasn't around. I seen them, athletes. I used to see when it was illegal to smoke marijuana, period. Teammates come to the game high. My coach used to say, hey, man, so-and-so, I won't say his name because of my teammate. He'd say, why the hell did you bring your goddamn drug buddies in here? My teammates sometimes would come to the game, and these guys will even tell you right now on the internet. What you call told y'all played in the NBA, man, I used to come to the game back in the day when it was illegal. I used to come to the game high every game. I used to abuse my body, do all kind of crazy shit. That's why people don't understand this. I don't think people know this. So people say, "Oh, well, he was a young in shape. He wouldn't do that." What the hell you mean? You don't play sports. Len Bias was going to the NBA the next day. Right? Len Bias was supposed to be one of the greatest players ever played a game of basketball. He was going to be in the NBA the next day. And look what happened to him. So don't ever come running your mouth and you don't know what the hell you're talking about when you come around me. Right? Right? So that's why when people say dumb shit on the internet and people who never been in that field talk, I don't even, bro, I can't even have a conversation with you. Because they'll come and say, "Oh, I will never believe that somebody that has a career in front of them with it." Man, lady, I've seen so much shit you wouldn't even believe it. Straight up. I've seen teammates pop pills and shit like that. The night before. Be fucked up. I had to carry this nigga to the goddamn gym. And coach would ask me, "What's going on?" And I wouldn't rat him out, man. But I try to get my guys straight, bro. So don't tell star players. So that's why I tell y'all, people don't know what the hell they be talking about when they come on the internet and say shit, bro. Real talk. That's why I want to wait. That toxicology is gonna say everything, my nigga. Everything. In this case, the toxicology is major. Major, right? Because remember, in Lil John's case, that's a whole different case. Lil John's son drowned. And we was all like, how the hell did he get from the house and drown? But then when you see why and you see the circumstances, right? That's why I said you have to wait for the evidence to come out because you don't know. Things are not always as it seems. Pete, what I'm telling y'all this, right? Now, right? I'm gonna save my comments. Remember, I told y'all this in this video. I'm gonna save my comments until after we find out what the investigation says. Remember, I said this in this video. I don't want to say what I'm gonna say right now because I don't want nobody to say I'm casting aspersions. So I'm gonna save my comments right now in this video. And everybody's listening to this video. You remember. I'm gonna say, remember I told y'all I saved my comments and I'm gonna come back and tell y'all later on. I'm saving my comments because when I come back, if it is what I think it is, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what I was thinking right now. I don't want to say it now because I don't want to cast aspersions. Right? But I'm telling y'all something, man. When you don't know personally, no people, you don't know these people. That's why I said with Tatum. Tatum's running around talking about these are all great people. Tatum don't know these people. He ain't finna, bro. A motherfucker can talk to you 2 times. You think they're a great person. They could be a serial killer. They could be anybody, bro. What the fuck is you talking about? And Tatum was sitting there. He's trying to. They good town and good people. Motherfucker, you don't know nobody in that town. You talk to a person for 2 days, that don't mean they're a good person. I know some woman who talked to a man for 2 years, and when she married the nigga, he beat the living dog shit out of her. I know niggas who known a woman for 3 or 5 years, and over there sucking on another nigga ding-a-ling. So I don't want to hear it. And he thought she was the one. So miss me with that. Oh, they some really good guys and they his real friend. Nigga, you don't know that shit. You saying anything. So once again, that's how I knew he was full of shit when he was talking like that. He's just a hate-filled man. Period. Yeah, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Appreciate all y'all tapping on in, man. Hey, we always appreciate the support, and if you guys want to do so, you can use the Cash App or PayPal links. They'll be in the description box below this video or pinned at the top of the comments. The top donators will be announced every month. All right, you guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure y'all cop the merch, and make sure that you get the weight loss formula. The links to that will be in the description box below this video. Check out our next video coming up right now.